I wish this was the case. If it was the case, then just registering would have been enough. But it's not. So I can give you an example. My stuff is always registered, right? I have people who are assisting with the registration process. I double check. Everything does get registered. On time, it gets registered in the right place. But last year, I had a payment that came through early on in the year for a particular distribution. And it was a full payment. It was quite a large one. So that payment happened again during the year and I didn't get any money. So I was confused. I was like, I can't go from getting something earlier on in the year to getting nothing later in the year. There must be an issue. When I phoned Samro, they said, everything is fine. You weren't supposed to get paid that second one. So I was like, okay, cool. That means that I got paid the first one, not the second one. Fine. I lived my life. Then early this year, that same distribution was done again. It was the third one in its series. And when I called in, they said, hey, you were actually supposed to get paid for this third one. But you were actually also supposed to get paid for the second one. And we don't know what happened. So they went back and forth with me. They just checked. They escalated. That person escalated to their supervisor, who then escalated to one of the managers. And then eventually the request came back as positive that I will get paid. Then from there, that information then went through to finance. And then I think it took another maybe 2 or so weeks after that. So all in all, it took maybe another month and a half before that money came back to me. But it wasn't without me following up, figuring out that there was a bit of a trend, calling again. Then I literally had a reminder in my phone to call once a week, every week. And I called the same person every single time. And I asked them what's going on with the case. And they kept giving me feedback until eventually they paid, right? So, yeah, we can say that, yeah, you will get paid if everything goes, if you register things properly. But unfortunately, off of that one case alone, that shows me that whenever I see an issue, or whenever I see some kind of discrepancy or an issue, just call them. I just call them straight and I ask questions. And then from there, they go into the back end. Someone actually gets a chance to look at your profile properly. And what's nice is that if you get the person's name, then you can at least hold someone accountable. And they have supervisors who also have supervisors who have managers who are also then held accountable when it comes to follow-up. And that's the most important thing. The other thing would then be to advise you that you get everything in an email. Get it in an email. So even after you have your discussion, just say, can you please send this to me as a request? So can you please send the information that we have here via email? They'll send it through to you, and then at least in that way you have a paper trail.